Alright, so in today's video we're going to look at some filters that I got. If you've watched my videos, you see most of my filtration is done by sponge filters, air-powered filters, and typically that's what I prefer because they're cheaper to run, they do what I'm looking for. However, I recently got a good deal on some hang-on-the-back filters, and they have their place. Hang-on-the-back filters will help with kind of polishing your water, taking the particles out and different stuff like that. And it's an option for some other tanks because some fish won't do well with sponge filters. Some fish will even try to eat sponge filters. Typically I don't go out looking for used filters because you don't know what's going to be wrong with them, especially power filters like hang-on-the-backs. A lot of people mistreat their hang-on-the-back filters, different stuff like that. But these particular hang-on-the-back filters, I got a really good deal on them, and I know where they came from. These were the power filters. The only times that they've been used was they've only been used for 3 days. They were used at Aquatic Experience in 2019, and so they were put up on those tanks just to run for the 3 days and taken right back down. So let's look at them and see. So I got about 4 or 5 of these guys here. These are the smaller ones, and you can see even the indicator light here still has the little remove this tab for the battery to go, or for the battery to activate in there to light that up whenever it's ready for a cartridge change, because that little lights up when the water hits those little probes there, saying that it's backing up and it's not getting sufficient flow. So that's just built into the lid there. Aqueon's here. This is the was it Quiet Flow series or something like that. I'm sorry, I probably said it wrong, but I'll put it in the on the screen or in the description or something. But they've got the motors right here that sits down on the inside of the tank. So this will be your room of your tank. The motor will go down there. So if you lose power and it comes back on, the idea is these are down where the water is. It'll suck the water on up, instead of the models that have the motor inside of here that a lot of times it'll sit there and run dry and won't be able to have enough power to suck water up the intake tube without it being primed, and you can burn your motor out that way. This is the Aqueon 10. Like I said, I think I got maybe 4 or 5 of these things. And here is the filter cartridge that they come with. And you can tell how much this one has been used. I mean, it has just a little bit started to pick up a change in color, not really at all. And I think that's just from probably the substrate that they had getting in it, or the carbon that's actually in the filter cartridge. So that's what this is. This is a filter cartridge. It has this like polishing pad bag that it's in, and activated carbon on the inside. They're designed to toss these away and get new ones. Once I use it and it's time for this one to be tossed, I will toss it and personally probably not buy any more of these. I will use a different media in there, kind of a DIY type thing. We've got that. It comes in, it goes in this little tray that holds it. This little tray, I don't know if you can tell, has all those little like bumps and ridges on it, and that is where your biological bacteria, your beneficial bacteria, grows to do your biological filtration, to take care of the ammonia and nitrites that are in your tank. So they've also included on this one, I should hold this up so you can see it, right here, this little thing right here. And again, it's more surface area and a little spongy thing here. They advertise this as an ammonia block to remove ammonia, and it may have an ammonia bonding compound in it, but if it's just surface area, that's going to take care of ammonia also, because it will grow your beneficial bacteria. And I'm more of a believer in biological filtration as opposed to all the chemical filtration that a lot of people are going with. But that's just me. So right here on the front, it has a little tab that you can press to actually release the motor there. I say it does, and then there it goes. It's stuck a little bit. But I won't take it all the way off because I'll have to undo my cord and stuff for that. But you can see there how it comes off. And it snaps right on. And that's in case it sucks up some substrate or something up in there that you need to work on your impeller or something. You need to service it. But I got about, sorry, off camera. I got about 4 or 5 of those. And then I also picked up one of the bigger ones. That was the Aqua Clear 10. And this one is the 75. Got the big lid here for it. And here it is. It's got the double cartridges here in it, which are larger. It's got 2 of those. And this particular one that I picked up, it is missing a few pieces. It does have its intake tube that comes down for a deeper tank. It's got the motor here. It has its filter cartridges there. It has this little cover here. It goes in there. So the main thing that I see that's missing is the extra thing that goes here that holds the ammonia block, as they call it. And I'm not really worried about that. It cuts down the splashing and stuff, but that's not a big issue to me. And I can get a replacement piece for it, or I can just do without. The key thing with hang on the back filter is it just needs to pump water into a compartment where I can put media and then back into the tank. I'm not really worried about it missing that piece. And the other piece that it's missing is down here on the bottom. It should have a little thing that you can turn to level the filter to your tank so it isn't like tilting back or stuff like that. And that's really easy to fix, and I couldn't pass the deal up for as little as I have in these things, and knowing what quality they are. It's missing a couple little pieces there, but it's not anything that's going to impact the usage quality of the product. I'm fine with it. And it's a nice filter for what I'm going to use it for. It's got the motor on the inside of the tank there. And for this one here, I paid probably, doing the math in my head right now, I should have thought about it before the video, but I paid about a 1/5 or 1/6 of what the market retail value is, like what you'd pay for this in a pet store. I paid about a 1/5 or a 1/6 of that price, and to me that's a great deal. Pay a lot less for what you need, and I know this one has only been used for 3 days. The pieces that's missing aren't that big of a deal, and I know it's been taken good care of, and it's going to do a good job of what I'm wanting it to do. So like I said, I don't always encourage getting used equipment, being that you don't know what you're getting. But if you're getting a really good deal like that, even if you just get it for parts, you can learn to piece a filter together really cheaply as you go. The smaller, the Aqueon 10 filters that I had up here first, I got a better deal on them than I did the big one, so it was even less than a 1/5 or 1/6 of the price, the retail price that I paid for those. But yeah, what's your thoughts on getting used equipment, using used equipment? I will if I can balance the risk that I would be taking from getting it to what the potential return on it would be. And I couldn't pass these up. Some things, no matter how new they look, I won't buy used. But for the most part, I'll buy used tanks. A lot of times I get used filters if I can kind of gauge them out to see what they are, if they're the right price. Some lighting, some stands and stuff. But what's your thoughts on used equipment? And I saw this as another way to save money in the hobby, because it can be really expensive, but the fish hobby doesn't have to be very expensive at all. You can actually keep fish pretty on a pretty tight budget. So if you have tips on keeping fish on a tight budget, put those in the comments as well. If you want to see more about keeping aquariums budget friendly or product type videos, let me know. Tell me in the comments, give me a thumbs up. If that's not your thing, let me know in the comments as well. Give me a thumbs down. Subscribe to see more stuff that I got coming up, and we'll see you next time.